She's a woman we want to ignore, but she keeps giving us more. It's the Queen of Hades having boring chats with gutsy ladies. Hillary Clinton is back in a new Apple TV Plus show called Gutsy, which debuts next month. It should make Jon Stewart's ratings look like the last episode of MASH. She's hitting the road with daughter Chelsea, interviewing gutsy women along the way. Insiders wonder if they'll skip Wisconsin again. It features Mariska Hargitay, Goldie Hawn, and Jane Goodall, who's described Bill's behavior as almost human. The show explores life, love, heartache, despair, overcoming devastating challenges. You know, all the stuff Jamie Lissow faces on a daily basis. In the new trailer, Hillary opens up about the gutsiest thing she's ever done, and no, it was not murdering Jeffrey Epstein.
You have a marriage that has been on public display since the beginning. You said the gutsiest thing you ever did was stay in your marriage. That doesn't mean that's right for everybody.
Not right for everybody, kind of like Jamie's comedy. We're also getting a sneak peek of Hillary trying to be fun with Kim Kardashian. They went head-to-head in a legal quiz, and much like her White House run, Hillary lost at that, too.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Oh, my gosh. I was also really intrigued by how well she did. I wanted to, you know, put the spotlight on her. Not that she needs it.
Kim would hit it, and then my mom would be like, oh, wait, no, I would hit it, too. So she has to work on her reaction time.
Yeah.
Correct.
We tried contacting Kim for a comment, but she mysteriously vanished without a trace. I mean, we're gonna keep trying, though, but, you know, it's a little mysterious. Kat, would you consider yourself a gutsy woman?
If that's the scale, then and like she better not say that to Jane Goodall, who I love Jane Goodall. But like she's like, I left my whole life behind to live with chimpanzees because that's what I wanted to do. And she's like, I stayed with a guy who cheated on me a lot. Like, one of those is gutsier than the other. I don't get how it's gutsy. I don't get how it's gutsy at all. You did nothing.
I know that you probably didn't get an invitation to be on the show, did you?
No, I didn't.
Well, I'm going to try to fix that.
I would go.
They need to fix.
I just would like to see her be as mean as she wants to be.
Yes, me too. That would be gutsy.
I respect that.
That would be gutsy.
Listen, Hillary, you're a mean lady, and that's okay. Just be mean. We all know it.
Yes.
I agree.
We all know it.
She might have won.
When she was talking about Kim, she's like, yeah, I was really happy. Like, I was like, is there something in there, like, holding this smile up? Because you're not happy, and that's okay. Be mean.
Right. If she had been mean,
trash talked her. Yes.
Jamie, what's the gutsiest thing you've ever done?
Maybe just coming on here tonight with the jokes that have been some of the jokes that have been said. Yeah, her reaction time. I like how the excuse was like she doesn't have a good. It's not that she doesn't know about the law. Yeah. It's that her reaction time. But then again, I'm thinking like she does not have the best reaction time. She is still married to Bill. That's been a long time. She should have just pretended the buzzer was her email delete button. You know?
Damn.
How right is Kat, though, about it's just not that gutsy to say, my husband cheated on me. I'm going to stay married to the president of the United States, and I have political aspirations. Like, how gutsy. If he had been a parking lot attendant in Poughkeepsie, it would have been over, right? Like, how gutsy is that?
But she confessed to that. She goes, it's not right for everybody. Everybody's not married to the president and has the ability to run on his name for Senate and be Secretary of State, then run for the presidency. I think that's what she was signaling. It's like, listen, if they're powerful and you can get something out of it, then stay with them. The other thing I just really cannot understand is why is Chelsea on there? I mean, she's just like her mother, no personality, no charisma. She's nothing like her father. No it factor. It's double Hillary on one show. and I just think that's just bad. Crazy.
Jonathan, is this Hillary trying to be more relatable and get a lot of eyeballs on Apple TV so she can run again?
As soon as you have to say, I'm going to try to be more relatable, like you fall into the very, very problem that Kat brought out. Like, just be yourself.
Do you think
it comes down to authenticity, right? Because, and the reason why there's no authenticity here is she says, it was gutsy of me to stay with Bill. Yeah, it is hard and gutsy to stay with someone once you've decided to do that for the right reasons. But at the same time, then she's criticizing and like demeaning the very women like who were abused by Bill. Right? And so there's the lack of authenticity. It's the lack of leadership. It's a lack of trust. Like, these people are not trustworthy. Why would we vote for them? And why is it that these are the very best people in our country, like, to lead? Right? I really hope there's a new generation of authentic people. They don't have to be perfect, but be authentic.
I would watch a show where Hillary just sends back food at a diner.
Over and over again.
She's just so pissed off and just yelling at him. Yeah, I'd watch that all day.
And she'd take the hot sauce out of her purse.
Yeah, exactly. She just sends it back.
No. More authentic would be.
That's her being herself.
If she had, like, she would order a very, very expensive bottle of wine. Oh, no.
You know, she's never ordered a soup that was the right temperature.
She would not be at a diner, let's be honest.
Oh, no, she grudgingly went to the diner.
That's part of the show.
She was like, she sees her schedule the night before. It's like, I gotta go to the diner again. Right, coming up, Gen Z's future plans, including amassing hordes of fans.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.